Welcome to the voyage of the naughty knots. We're on the trail of naughty knots in my life, because when I discover one, I share it with you here and in the world, and hopefully you'll be able to see the dilemma, the trap of the dilemma in your life by seeing the way we work through the dilemmas on my talks here. That's what I do. I'll work through a dilemma, which I call naughty knots. So what is dilemma thinking? Dilemma thinking is where you're caught between two consistent and valid viewpoints, but they're incompatible. See, I'm trying to get here, but my hands are here. And these hands, this is left and right thinking. They don't fit. I can't do this. I can't pray. I can't applaud. They don't fit. So it's kind of, when you take a magnet and you try to put the magnet together, and if you get it right, well, let's put it this way. You try to put the magnets together, you can't hold it. You can't hold it. But if you relax the mind from trying to put the dilemma together, if you relax the mind, but stay with the dilemma, you don't go play golf. You don't go give it up and say, screw this. No, you stay with the dilemma, but you don't engage it. You don't keep trying to force the two hands, the left and the right and wrong, the good and evil, together. And when you relax, it comes together. And everybody applauds. Oh, you did so good. You solved the dilemma. You got out of the box. You thought the unthinkable. This Dogen said, what is the way? The Dogen was asked. Japanese Zen master who brought Zen to Japan, Dogen. And Dogen said, think the unthinkable. And we say, what is that? How can you think the unthinkable? This is ambiguous. It's a paradox. You can't think the unthinkable, but you must. See, right there, the teaching is in the paradox. When you think the unthinkable, you are relaxing the effort to think, but not giving up thinking. So now the thought comes to you. Instead of you trying to remember that movie star's name. Oh, what is that name? What is that name? Oh, bam, bam, bam. Can't think. Right, it's right here on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Oh, no, I can't think of it. We all do that. And then you go on. Maybe that evening. Oh, there it is. Tom Cruise. Well, Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is the same thing as think the unthinkable. What is the impossible mission? What is the thinking the unthinkable? You gotta think outside the pairs of opposites. You gotta think outside the dilemma. And the dilemma is a feeling. The dilemma is a feeling of obstruction. The dilemma is a feeling of I can't go forward, I can't go back, and I can't stay where I am. That's a dilemma. Can't go forward, can't go back, this is a mouse, a rat in Zen. It's called a rat in a bamboo shoot. Can't go forward, can't go back, can't stay where he is. That is the dilemma. So how do you think outside the dilemma? How do you think the unthinkable? The thinkable is the dilemma. Thinking is the dilemma. Thinking creates the dilemma. How does thinking create the dilemma? Because it's left or right thinking, either or thinking, good or bad thinking. It thinks that the way out of the dilemma is going to be either the left-hand path or the right-hand path. It's going to be up or down, in or out, good or bad, right or good or evil, right or wrong. In other words, this is dilemma thinking. If it's just right or wrong, it's secular thinking. If it's good or evil, it's moral thinking or religious thinking. Moral thinking is a dilemma of good and evil. I want to be good, they're evil. How do I get rid of evil? How do I get rid of bad in my life? I want to be good. Oh, thank you, Jesus, I'll be good, I'll be good. Right? I cast out the devils, I cast out the devils. So there's constant struggle of casting out the devils. Oh my God, I wanted sex. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. In other words, it's constant battle. The dilemma. Can't get out of it because we're trying to get out of the dilemma by thinking. Thinking is the dilemma. So how do you think the unthinkable? Well, there's no way to think about that. The more I think about thinking the unthinkable, the more I think about it. How do you get... All right, here's another Zen. Zen koans are the practice of thinking the unthinkable. You can't get out of a koan by thinking. But you can get out of the koan by thinking the unthinkable. By thinking what you haven't thought about before. By going beyond your assumptions. Oh, there's good, that's good. Thinking the unthinkable is going beyond, is thinking beyond your assumptions. The thinking comes to you. So it just happened to me today. I couldn't remember where. I have 2 pairs of glasses. They both looked the same, and I couldn't find this pair. Where was it? I couldn't think about it. No matter thought I looked there, no matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't find my other glasses. So, a little while ago, a thought came to me. Coat, pocket. And I looked in my jacket pocket, and there they were, in the pocket. And I didn't chase down those glasses. I couldn't find them. I couldn't think of the movie star. I couldn't think where the glasses were. It was a dilemma. I looked here, I looked there, I looked everywhere. It wasn't anywhere. But then when I relaxed the search, I relaxed the trying, the thought came to me. You see? They're in the pocket of your jacket. So that is thinking beyond thinking. I couldn't find the glasses through thinking, but when I thought the unthinkable, the thought came to me, which was beyond thinking and thought. It's in the pocket. You see? You see? So all this trying to get out of the dilemma just creates more dilemma. This is Avatar and Jake Sully. He's in a dilemma. The humans have rejected him. The Navajo have rejected him. He's in a no man's land. It's a barren land. No trees, no life. Everything is destroyed. The no man land between the armies of the First World War. Nothing works in no man's land. Nothing you do is any good in no man's land. But that is where you think the unthinkable. That is where inventions occur. That is where the idea for a new way of thinking, the idea for a new way of being, a new job, a new relationship, a new invention, a new answer that you hadn't thought of before. They all come out of the no man's land between the dilemma of right and wrong, yes and no, left and right thinking, good and evil thinking. You have to stay in the gap and don't run from it. You rest in it. You let the dilemma come to you from inside you, coming up like that, rather than going towards it. You let it come to you. Thanks for dropping in. Subscribe. Keep the dilemma going.